you ever felt that what's meant to help you stay young might actually be speeding up the aging process? Are your anti-aging exercises silently damaging your joints, spine, or even your heart without you realizing it? And what if doctors are quietly warning people over 60 about workouts we've always assumed were safe? It's a question many active seniors never think to ask. After all, the goal is to stay strong, mobile, and independent, right? But what if some of the most common anti-aging exercises actually do more harm than good, especially as we age past 60? You might be putting your well-being at risk without even knowing it. In today's video, we'll walk you through 7 exercises that medical experts advise older adults to avoid. And more importantly, we'll introduce smarter, safer alternatives that can help you maintain strength, mobility, and joint health for the long run. The difference between staying fit and getting injured could come down to just a few changes in your routine. So before you lace up your sneakers or roll out your mat, stay with us until the end. The information you're about to hear could protect your health for years to come. Before we dive in, I'd truly appreciate your support. If you enjoy videos like this, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It helps us continue spreading valuable insights for healthier aging. And to make sure you never miss an update, don't forget to hit the bell icon. If this content resonates with you, drop a 1 in the comments. And if not, feel free to leave a 0 so we can improve future videos for you. Now let's begin. First up, high-impact activities like running, jumping jacks, and plyometric exercises. These types of movements involve intense, repetitive force against the ground, like the pounding of your feet during a jog or the impact of a jump. While they may seem like effective ways to stay in shape, they can place considerable strain on your weight-bearing joints, particularly your knees, hips, and ankles. As we age, our bone density naturally decreases, leading to conditions like osteopenia or, in more severe cases, osteoporosis. This makes bones more fragile and prone to microfractures, even during seemingly routine workouts. At the same time, cartilage that cushions the joints begins to thin, which can accelerate joint degeneration and aggravate conditions like osteoarthritis. Plyometric movements, like burpees, squat jumps, or box jumps, are especially risky. They demand explosive muscle action, sudden changes in direction, and strong balance, all of which become more difficult with age. And here's the real danger. As our coordination and proprioception decline, the chances of falling increase significantly. One wrong move during a high-impact workout could mean a serious injury with long-term consequences. So, before you engage in these exercises, consider whether the risks truly outweigh the benefits. Your health, joints, and longevity may depend on choosing alternatives that protect rather than punish your aging body. One of the body's lesser-known abilities, its sense of spatial awareness or proprioception, often diminishes with age. That means your body becomes less reliable at knowing where it is in space, especially during fast or forceful movements. Combine that with high-speed, high-impact activity, and it's easy to see how muscle strains, ligament sprains, or tendon injuries can occur. These issues are especially common in people who already have limited flexibility or pre-existing weaknesses. Consider this. Repetitive jogging on hard surfaces like concrete can gradually lead to shin splints, joint inflammation, or plantar fasciitis, a painful condition in the feet. And if you attempt high-intensity plyometric moves without proper form or strength, you could be placing serious stress on your Achilles tendon or knees, leading to longer-term damage. So, what can you do instead if you still want to stay active, strong, and get your heart pumping? Fortunately, there are several low-impact alternatives that offer powerful cardiovascular and muscular benefits, without the wear and tear on your joints. Let's explore a few of the best options for those over 60 who want to stay fit while minimizing the risk of injury. Brisk walking is a fantastic place to start. Walking at a steady pace of 3 to 4 miles per hour engages your leg muscles, improves endurance, and boosts cardiovascular health, all without the jarring shock of running. Want to make it even gentler on your joints? Try walking on softer surfaces, such as grass, or using a treadmill with cushioning, which can significantly reduce impact. Swimming and water aerobics are also excellent options. Water provides natural resistance while remaining gentle on the joints, making it ideal for building strength and improving heart health. Movements like water walking, leg kicks, or arm circles mimic land-based workouts, but remove the strain. It's a graceful yet effective way to stay in motion. Cycling, whether on a stationary, recumbent, or outdoor bike, is another joint-friendly alternative. Recumbent bikes in particular are great for older adults because they offer back support and reduce stress on the hips and knees, while still providing the cardiovascular and muscular benefits you need. Don't overlook the elliptical machine either. It simulates walking or running without the harsh impact on your joints. You can adjust resistance or incline to match your fitness level and keep your workouts challenging, yet safe. Finally, low-impact aerobic classes like Zumba Gold or senior-focused group fitness sessions can bring the joy of movement back into your routine. These classes typically use dance-inspired motions, gentle choreography, and upbeat music to get your heart rate up, without risky jumps or fast pivots. By choosing exercises that work with your body instead of against it, you can build stamina, stay strong, and move confidently well into your golden years. These alternatives allow for sustained cardiovascular fitness without the heavy toll on your joints. But remember, safety starts from the ground up. Investing in proper footwear with excellent cushioning and arch support can make a world of difference, especially when you're committing to regular activity. And if you're dealing with existing joint discomfort, balance issues, or are unsure where to begin, consulting a physical therapist or experienced trainer can help you tailor an exercise program that respects your body's needs. Now, let's talk about something that might surprise many: deep squats and lunges, particularly when done with heavy weights. Exercises like barbell back squats or weighted forward lunges are often promoted as essential strength builders. While they are effective in younger populations, for adults over 60, they can pose more risk than reward. These movements place intense mechanical stress on the lower body, especially the knees, hips, and lower back. They require a wide range of motion and strong stabilizing muscles. But as we age, our flexibility, joint mobility, and muscle strength naturally decline, making it much more difficult to perform these movements safely. Take the knee joint, for example. During deep squats, it experiences powerful compressive and shear forces that can aggravate existing conditions like patellofemoral pain syndrome or meniscal tears. This is especially dangerous if your knees tend to extend too far past your toes or collapse inward. Two common mistakes that often go unnoticed. And lunges? While they're great for balance and coordination, adding heavy weights increases the risk of tipping or losing control, which could lead to a fall or injury. The lower back is another area that can easily be compromised. Maintaining a neutral spine throughout these movements is crucial, yet aging bodies often struggle due to decreased core strength or spinal disc degeneration. This can lead to compensatory habits like leaning too far forward or excessive arching, both of which can strain the lower back or even result in disc herniation. If you have a history of arthritis, spinal stenosis, or previous knee injuries, these exercises might not just be uncomfortable. They could actively worsen your condition and limit your mobility over time. Even body weight versions of these movements, if done incorrectly, can cause harm. So what's a safer way to build lower body strength? Start with bodyweight squats or chair squats. These exercises engage your quads, hamstrings, and glutes without putting excessive pressure on the joints. Chair squats are especially beginner-friendly. You simply lower yourself onto a sturdy chair, briefly sit, and then stand back up. This motion provides added stability, limits your range of motion, and makes it easier to maintain proper form. Perfect for those with limited mobility or just getting back into exercise. Keep all movements slow and controlled, and make sure your knees remain aligned with your toes to avoid unnecessary strain. Instead of diving into a full squat, try partial squats. These involve lowering yourself only halfway or to a depth that feels safe and manageable. This approach significantly reduces pressure on your knees and hips while still giving your leg muscles a solid workout. For extra balance, hold onto a sturdy surface like a countertop or chair. Another excellent variation is the wall squat. Stand with your back flat against a wall, feet about 18 to 24 inches in front of you. Slowly slide down the wall until your thighs are parallel to the floor, or as close as is comfortable. Pause briefly, then press back up. The wall provides support for your back and helps protect your knees during the motion. Looking for alternatives to deep lunges? Shallow lunges or step-ups are smart options. With shallow lunges, you reduce the range of motion, which eases the strain on your knees and hips. And with step-ups, use a low, sturdy platform like a stair or a box. These not only target leg strength effectively, but also improve balance and coordination with less impact on your joints. Resistance band exercises offer another safe and effective way to train the lower body. Try leg extensions, lateral walks, or glute bridges using resistance bands. These movements can help activate key muscle groups without putting your joints under heavy pressure. Plus, resistance bands are adjustable and allow for smooth, controlled motion, perfect for older adults looking for joint-friendly strength training. Always remember, proper form is everything. Engage your core, maintain a neutral spine, and don't let your knees extend too far forward. If you're dealing with chronic joint pain or limited mobility, working with a physical therapist can help you create a personalized strength plan that's both safe and effective. Now, let's move on to the next area of concern: heavy overhead presses, whether with a barbell or dumbbells. These exercises involve lifting weight directly above your head, which puts considerable pressure on the shoulder joints, rotator cuff muscles, and even the lower back. Why is that risky? The shoulder joint is one of the most mobile joints in the body, but it's also one of the least stable. That mobility comes at a cost, especially as we age. Over time, the rotator cuff muscles, which are responsible for stabilizing the shoulder, naturally weaken or degenerate. This creates a higher chance of strain, inflammation, or even injury, particularly when performing overhead movements with heavy resistance. Tears or impingement during overhead movements become more likely when heavier loads are involved, especially if your form slips. One of the most common compensations is leaning too far backward, overextending the lower back to make up for limited shoulder mobility or a weak core. But this kind of movement puts your spine in a vulnerable position. Without a properly engaged core, your lumbar spine can arch excessively, a condition known as lumbar hyperextension, which increases the risk of muscle strain or even disc problems. As we age, natural changes like reduced shoulder flexibility, weakened core stability, or pre-existing conditions such as rotator cuff tendinitis or spinal arthritis can make heavy overhead presses not only difficult, but dangerous. Even lifting lighter weights can be risky if your technique is off or if you skip a proper warm-up. So what can you do instead to build strength in the upper body, especially the shoulders, without putting yourself in harm's way? Let's start with light dumbbell or resistance band overhead presses. Using lighter resistance allows for better control and smooth, intentional movement. You'll still activate the shoulder muscles, but without the joint compression and strain. Be sure to keep your elbows slightly bent at the top to avoid locking out your joints. Resistance bands are especially great. They provide steady tension without needing a heavy load, which is easier on aging joints. Next, try lateral and front raises. These simple moves focus directly on your deltoid muscles, the major muscles in your shoulders, without requiring your arms to go all the way overhead. When performed with light dumbbells or bands, they allow for safe strengthening. Raise your arms just to shoulder height or even slightly below to minimize stress on the rotator cuff. Another option is the chest press, using either a machine or resistance bands. Chest presses work not only the chest, but also the shoulders and triceps. The benefit? Your arms stay in a more horizontal plane of motion, which provides better control and reduces the likelihood of injury. Machines in particular offer support for your back and help guide your range of motion, making it easier to stay aligned. Seated shoulder exercises are another smart adjustment. Performing shoulder movements while sitting on a bench or chair with back support helps protect your lower back and allows you to concentrate fully on correct shoulder mechanics. You won't be relying on your core as much for balance, which makes things safer and more manageable. Lastly, don't underestimate the power of isometric exercises. If your shoulders are limited due to injury or arthritis, gentle isometric moves, such as pushing your palm against a wall or holding a light weight in one position, can activate and strengthen the muscles without movement. These techniques can be surprisingly effective while keeping strain to a minimum. Without moving the joint through a risky range of motion, these alternatives allow you to strengthen your shoulders with much greater control and safety. It's crucial, though, to prioritize proper posture during every repetition. Keep your shoulders relaxed, not hunched up near your ears. Engage your core to support your spine, and avoid locking out your joints at the top of each movement. If you're dealing with shoulder discomfort or limited range of motion, it's wise to consult a physical therapist for a personalized program. And before you jump into any workout, don't skip a thorough warm-up to prepare your muscles and joints properly. Now let's talk about another common mistake: traditional crunches and sit-ups. You've probably seen these in just about every fitness routine aimed at building a six-pack, but are they really the best choice after age 60? Crunches and sit-ups primarily target the rectus abdominis, also known as the six-pack muscle. However, they require repetitive spinal flexion, repeatedly bending the spine forward under load, which puts considerable stress on your lower back. Think about it. Your lumbar spine wasn't designed for high volumes of flexion under pressure. And over time, this repetitive strain can compress the intervertebral discs, which are the soft cushions between your vertebrae. If you already have issues like herniated discs, degenerative disc disease, or chronic lower back pain, these movements can make things worse or even trigger new injuries such as disc bulges. What's more, as fatigue sets in or form slips, it's common for people to yank on their neck or head to complete each rep, especially during fast-paced or high-rep ab routines. This not only shifts the work away from your core, but can also strain your cervical spine and surrounding muscles like the sternocleidomastoid or upper trapezius. Instead of building a strong core, you might just be building neck tension or pain. Another issue? Crunches and sit-ups mainly work the outer abdominal layer, ignoring the deep core stabilizers like the transverse abdominis and obliques. These deeper muscles are crucial for spinal stability, posture, and real-world functional strength, especially as we age. Focusing only on superficial muscles can lead to imbalances, making you more vulnerable to injuries during everyday tasks like bending, reaching, or even getting up from a chair. And let's not forget the repetitive nature of these exercises. Doing 20, 30, or more crunches in a row can lead to overuse injuries, particularly if your core muscles aren't strong enough to properly support your spine throughout the movement. In those cases, your lower back ends up doing the job your abs should be doing. Over time, repeatedly straining the lower back through traditional sit-ups or crunches can lead to chronic pain or long-term musculoskeletal issues. So, how can you strengthen your core without putting your spine at risk? Fortunately, there are safer, more effective alternatives that emphasize control, stability, and low-impact movement, especially designed for aging bodies. These exercises target the deep core muscles while helping you maintain a neutral spine, which is essential for both safety and functionality. Let's start with plank variations. Unlike crunches, planks build core strength and stability without forcing your spine to bend. A standard forearm plank activates multiple layers of the core, including the transverse abdominis, obliques, and rectus abdominis, while also engaging stabilizing muscles in your shoulders, glutes, and legs. For those who are new to planks or have limited core strength, modified planks with the knees on the ground are a fantastic way to ease into the movement while still reaping major benefits. Side planks are another great variation, targeting your obliques and the quadratus lumborum, enhancing strength along the sides of your body, often neglected in traditional workouts. If you're looking to add a bit more challenge, try dynamic variations like plank to push-up or plank with shoulder taps. These not only build strength but also improve coordination and balance, all while keeping your spine in a safe, neutral position. Another excellent alternative is the bird dog. Performed on all fours, this exercise involves extending one arm and the opposite leg, holding your body steady and your back flat. This movement trains your transverse abdominis, multifidus, and erector spinae, all key stabilizers for your spine during daily activities. It's also wonderful for improving balance and body awareness, known as proprioception. If you're just starting out or need an easier version, try extending just one limb at a time. Even that simplified version can be remarkably effective. Next is the dead bug. Don't let the name fool you. This gentle yet powerful move is performed while lying on your back, with arms and legs raised. You'll slowly lower one arm and the opposite leg toward the floor, while keeping your lower back pressed firmly into the ground. This controlled action targets deep core muscles without any spinal bending or twisting. It's a great option for improving core strength and coordination, especially if done slowly with intent. You can even add light dumbbells or resistance to increase the challenge and time under tension. Diaphragmatic breathing and hollow holds are powerful yet gentle exercises that target the deep abdominal muscles, especially the transverse abdominis, without requiring excessive spinal movement. These techniques are particularly valuable for those recovering from injury or for individuals who struggle with core weakness. Take, for example, the pelvic tilt. By lying on your back and gently tilting your pelvis to press the lower spine against the floor, you activate the core muscles in a precise and controlled way. It's a small movement, but it builds a strong, stable foundation where it matters most. These alternatives to traditional core exercises are designed to promote spinal stability and improve functional strength. They lower the risk of strain or injury while still delivering solid results. And form matters more than you might think. Always engage the core by drawing the navel inward toward the spine, and be mindful not to overarch or round the back. These small details make a big difference. Now let's shift our focus to an exercise that's widely used but often misunderstood: bent over rows, especially when performed with heavy free weights and improper technique. This compound movement is designed to target the upper and mid-back muscles, such as the latissimus dorsi, rhomboids, trapezius, and rear deltoids, while also engaging the biceps and core. When done with good form, it can be highly effective. But when form slips, the consequences for the lower back can be serious. The movement itself involves hinging at the hips, keeping the back flat, and pulling weights, typically a barbell or dumbbells, toward the chest. The key to doing this safely lies in maintaining a neutral spine. That means the back should not be rounded and certainly not excessively arched. You must support both your upper body and the weight you're lifting, which is no small task, especially as fatigue sets in or if your core isn't strong enough to stabilize you throughout the motion. If your lower back begins to round, you're transferring a tremendous amount of pressure to the lumbar spine and the discs between your vertebrae. This kind of strain can lead to sudden injuries like pulled muscles, or longer-term issues like disc herniation or irritation of the facet joints. And if your hamstrings are tight, that only makes matters worse. Limited flexibility can pull your pelvis into a backward tilt, which contributes to lower back rounding during the hip hinge. Adding to the challenge, bent over rows require significant coordination between your core and hips. Without enough strength or stability in these areas, your form is likely to break down, increasing your risk of injury even further. Wouldn't it be better to build strength without gambling your spinal health? To prevent compensatory movements during bent over rows, it's crucial that the core remains actively engaged. Without proper core support, the lower back may bear excessive load, significantly raising the risk of strain or injury. And it's not just the spine. Shoulder positioning plays a major role too. When shoulders are rounded or the scapula is not properly retracted, the exercise becomes less effective and more hazardous, putting undue stress on the upper back and neck. For individuals with existing back conditions, like sciatica or degenerative disc disease, the danger is even more pronounced. These people are particularly vulnerable to aggravating their symptoms if form breaks down, or if the exercise demands more than their body can safely manage. Even those with excellent form can run into trouble if they try to lift more weight than they can handle. The temptation to cheat the movement by jerking the weight upward may lead to poor alignment and an increased risk of spinal injury. So how can we work the back muscles safely and effectively? Fortunately, there are smarter, safer alternatives that still deliver results while putting far less strain on your spine. These options emphasize proper alignment and controlled, stable movements. Seated cable rows are a fantastic substitute. Performed on a cable machine with a bench, they target the same muscles, latissimus dorsi, rhomboids, and trapezius, while providing vital back support. Since you're seated, there's no need to hinge at the hips, which dramatically reduces lower back stress. To get the most from this movement, maintain an upright posture, engage your core, and pull the handle toward your lower ribs. Keep your shoulders retracted and down to protect the neck and upper back. Choose a weight that allows you to perform each rep smoothly and without jerking. Another great option is resistance band rows. Resistance bands offer a low-impact way to build strength in the upper and mid-back. Whether you perform them seated or standing, these rows simulate the motion of a bent-over row without the risks associated with heavy weights or compromised posture. The variable resistance of bands helps promote smooth, controlled movement. For instance, a seated band row minimizes lower body strain, while a standing variation, done with a gentle hip hinge, can also activate the core and glutes for enhanced stability. Finally, consider supported dumbbell rows, also known as single-arm dumbbell rows. These are performed with one hand and knee resting on a sturdy bench, creating a more stable base. This setup takes significant pressure off the lower back and allows for better control throughout the movement. It's a great way to focus on form, prevent strain, and still work your back muscles effectively. By choosing any of these safer alternatives, you're not only protecting your spine, but also building strength in a way that supports long-term health and mobility. This variation minimizes the need to hinge at the hips or place excessive load on the spine. By supporting the body, it allows you to direct your attention entirely toward proper scapular retraction and slow, controlled pulling movements. This ensures that the targeted muscles, like the lats, rhomboids, and trapezius, are fully engaged without putting your lower back at risk. It's important to keep your spine neutral throughout and avoid twisting your torso, as even slight rotation can introduce unnecessary strain. One of the best ways to achieve this is with chest-supported rows. Whether you're using a chest-supported row machine or lying face down on an incline bench with dumbbells in hand, this setup takes the burden off the lower back entirely. The chest support acts like a safety harness, stabilizing your spine so you can focus fully on engaging your back muscles. It's particularly helpful for those who are just beginning a rowing routine or for anyone managing chronic back discomfort. All of these alternatives share one essential principle: prioritizing spinal safety without compromising the effectiveness of your workout. When performing any kind of row, always remember that the movement should come from the back. Focus on drawing your shoulder blades together, almost like you're gently pinching a pencil between them. This engages the back muscles far more effectively than simply pulling with your arms. If you're just starting out, use light weights or minimal resistance bands. As your strength and technique improve, you can slowly and safely increase the challenge. Progress should feel steady, not forced. Now let's take a look at the next risky exercise: the leg extension machine, especially when used with heavy weights. While it's a familiar fixture in most gyms and seems like a straightforward way to work your quadriceps, it poses specific concerns, especially for older adults. This machine isolates the quadriceps by having you extend your legs against resistance while seated. However, it also applies a concentrated and often unnatural load directly to the knee joint. More specifically, it targets the patellar tendon and stresses critical areas like the anterior cruciate ligament, ACL, and the surrounding cartilage. So why is this a concern? As we grow older, the cartilage in our knees wears down naturally, making conditions like osteoarthritis more common. The leg extension machine amplifies the problem by introducing shearing forces that can further degrade cartilage or exacerbate existing joint issues. For those already dealing with arthritis or patellofemoral pain syndrome, repeatedly using this machine with heavy weights can lead to increased inflammation, discomfort, or even more serious injury. Additionally, this exercise is what fitness experts call non-functional. It involves only one joint and doesn't resemble movements you actually use in daily life. Think about walking upstairs, standing from a chair, or getting in and out of a car. These all require your quadriceps to work in harmony with your hamstrings, glutes, and core. The leg extension machine doesn't involve those supporting muscle groups, which can lead to muscle imbalances and a decrease in joint stability over time. And there's another risk: overloading. Many older adults may unknowingly use weights that are too heavy. Whether they're following outdated advice or trying to keep up with younger gym goers, pushing too hard on this machine increases strain on the knee joint. This can result in micro tears in tendons or ligaments, especially for those with reduced connective tissue resilience due to age. When it comes to staying strong and healthy after 60, safety should always come first. Stick with movements that support your joints, promote balance, and reflect the way your body naturally moves. As we age, one often overlooked issue is the natural decline in tissue elasticity. This loss of flexibility can make our joints more vulnerable to stress, especially when exercises are performed with even slight misalignments. For example, if the seat height or pad position on the leg extension machine isn't adjusted properly, it can create disproportionate pressure on the knee. And for older adults, the challenge can be compounded by reduced proprioception, our body's innate sense of positioning. This makes it harder to detect and correct poor form, even with the best of intentions. So what's the smarter path forward? To safely build quadriceps strength, especially in older adults, the key is to rely on functional, multi-joint exercises. These movements distribute the workload more evenly across the hips, knees, and ankles, supporting better joint stability and mimicking the motions we use in everyday life. They're not only safer, but they also build real-world strength that keeps you mobile and independent. One of the most effective options is the simple bodyweight squat. It activates the quads, glutes, hamstrings, and even your core, all while replicating basic movements like sitting down or standing up. For those who may find deep squats uncomfortable, partial squats are a fantastic option. These can be done with the support of a chair or wall, helping maintain balance and control while still working key muscle groups. Just remember, keep your knees aligned with your toes and your spine upright. Chair squats offer another highly practical alternative. By sitting down onto a sturdy chair and then standing back up, you engage your quadriceps through a motion you already perform several times a day. This variation is gentle on the knees, easy to learn, and excellent for beginners or anyone with limited strength or balance. Step-ups are equally valuable. Using a low, stable platform, this movement challenges the quads, hamstrings, and glutes while promoting balance and coordination. If stability is a concern, placing a hand on a wall or holding a rail can provide reassurance. The key here is to adjust the step height based on your comfort and ability. There's no benefit in pushing beyond what your joints can handle safely. Modified lunges can also serve as a low-risk, high-reward addition to your lower body routine. Forward or reverse lunges, done with just body weight or very light resistance, target multiple muscle groups at once. You can enhance safety by shortening the stride, holding onto a sturdy surface, or choosing stationary lunges instead of walking ones. These modifications reduce the risk of imbalance or falling while still offering powerful benefits for strength and mobility. For those who enjoy working with gym machines, the leg press can be a safer alternative to the leg extension, provided it's used with care. Unlike the extension, the leg press spreads resistance across multiple joints, including the hips and ankles. The important part? Use moderate weights. Never lock your knees at the top of the movement, and ensure your back stays firmly supported against the pad. If possible, consult with a trainer to help fine-tune your form and prevent injury. These alternatives don't just build strong quadriceps, they help enhance overall lower body strength, coordination, and balance. And that means more than just fitness. It means being able to move confidently, stay independent, and reduce your risk of falls as you age. Start with simple body weight variations, and only progress when your body feels ready. Ideally, work under the guidance of a physical therapist or certified trainer who understands the unique needs of older adults. Taking the time to train wisely now pays off in years of healthier, safer movement. Another exercise approach that demands a second look, especially for older adults, is sprinting and high-intensity interval training, often referred to as HIIT. While these workouts are praised for their powerful cardiovascular and metabolic benefits, they can be risky, particularly for those who aren't already well-conditioned or have underlying health concerns. Have you ever pushed yourself a little too hard during a workout and felt it for days afterward? Now imagine that with aging muscles, joints, and a heart that might not be ready for such intensity. HIIT and sprinting revolve around short bursts of near maximal effort, followed by brief periods of rest or light activity. Though effective for building endurance and burning calories, these intense sessions come with several red flags for older adults. Let's start with the strain on the musculoskeletal system. Sprinting, in particular, puts immense pressure on the lower body, targeting muscles and tendons like the quadriceps, hamstrings, calves, and especially the Achilles tendon. And here's the concern. As we age, tissues naturally become less elastic and more prone to injury. That means the risk of strained muscles, torn tendons, or even stress fractures becomes significantly higher. The constant pounding of sprinting on hard pavement doesn't help either, often aggravating joint pain in the knees, hips, or ankles. Now consider the cardiovascular demands. These workouts require your heart to respond quickly and forcefully to sudden spikes in exertion. For an older adult who may have undiagnosed heart conditions, such as high blood pressure or coronary artery disease, this sharp escalation can be dangerous. In some cases, it may trigger arrhythmias, or, though rare, even a heart attack. Even in otherwise healthy seniors, the body's ability to recover between intervals tends to slow down, making it easier to slip into a state of overexertion or fatigue. Another critical issue is the risk of falling. Many HIIT routines and sprint-based workouts include explosive movements, like jump squats, burpees, or quick directional changes. While they challenge coordination and agility, they also carry a heightened risk of losing balance, especially for older adults with slower reflexes or diminished proprioception, the body's sense of where it is in space. One misstep during a fast-paced drill could result in a fall, and for older individuals, a single fall could mean a broken bone, a hospital visit, or even a permanent change in mobility. Let's not forget the issue of preparation. High-intensity workouts aren't inherently bad, but jumping into them without building a solid foundation first is where many get into trouble. Many older adults lack the necessary muscular endurance, cardiovascular conditioning, or joint stability required to perform these workouts safely and effectively. And when the body isn't ready, it's much more vulnerable to injury. Wouldn't it make more sense to focus on methods that build strength and stamina gradually, in a way that honors your current fitness level. Many older adults simply don't have the baseline physical capacity required to perform high-height or sprinting safely. Jumping straight into these intense routines without building up gradually is like trying to sprint before you can jog. It opens the door to overtraining, burnout, and potential injuries. What's more, many high-IT programs are developed with younger individuals in mind, overlooking the unique challenges that come with aging, such as slower recovery rates and decreased joint resilience. Delayed recovery is a real concern. As we age, our muscles repair more slowly, and our overall metabolic efficiency decreases. That means high-intensity workouts can leave older adults dealing with lingering soreness or deep fatigue for days. Instead of energizing, these workouts may end up discouraging people from staying active consistently, undermining long-term fitness goals. But here's the good news. There are safer, more sustainable ways to achieve the same cardiovascular and strength-building benefits without the risks. One of the best alternatives is moderate-intensity interval training, or MIIT. This method involves alternating between moderate activity and lighter recovery phases. For example, an older adult might walk briskly for 1 to 2 minutes, then slow down for 2 to 3 minutes to recover. This gentle rhythm still boosts cardiovascular endurance and overall fitness, but without putting unnecessary strain on joints or the heart. The beauty of MIIT is that it can be personalized to any fitness level and adjusted gradually as endurance improves. Another effective strategy is to engage in consistent, moderate-intensity aerobic activities. Think of brisk walking in the fresh morning air, swimming with smooth resistance in water, or pedaling steadily on a stationary bike while enjoying your favorite music. These exercises promote heart health, build stamina, and support mobility, all without the pounding impact or extreme effort required by sprinting or intense intervals. Wouldn't it be more rewarding to build strength and vitality through approaches that energize rather than exhaust? Striving for a total of 150 minutes of moderate aerobic activity each week, as recommended by the American College of Sports Medicine, is a powerful benchmark. Spreading this time over several sessions makes it more manageable and sustainable for older adults. It's not about cramming intense sessions into a few days. It's about consistency and gentle persistence over time. For those who already have a solid fitness foundation, low-impact high-IT can be a suitable and safer alternative. This approach includes activities like cycling intervals, alternating between bursts of faster pedaling and periods of slower recovery. Elliptical workouts or water-based exercises, such as aqua jogging, also fit the bill. These methods protect the joints while still delivering the cardiovascular benefits of interval training. Of course, a thorough warm-up and cool-down are non-negotiable, and it's always wise to consult with a healthcare provider or qualified trainer before jumping into any new routine. To round out a balanced fitness plan, strength and balance training are essential. These exercises are key to reducing fall risk and improving everyday functionality. Resistance bands, bodyweight movements like partial squats, or something as simple as heel-to-toe walking can be incredibly effective. Tai Chi is another gentle, graceful practice that enhances both balance and coordination while calming the mind. Starting slow and progressing gradually is the golden rule. Begin with low to moderate intensity and only increase as your body adapts. Partnering with a certified fitness professional, especially someone who understands the unique needs of older adults, ensures safe and effective movement. And for anyone managing chronic health conditions or returning from a long period of inactivity, a medical evaluation is an important first step. When older adults focus on consistency, moderation, and exercises that promote real-life strength and stability, they build more than just physical fitness. They build confidence, independence, and long-term health. These safer, more functional routines help maintain mobility and engagement in daily life without the risks tied to extreme training methods. Let's highlight a few key takeaways for exercising wisely after 60. First, Always prioritize form over heavy weights. It's better to use lighter resistance with excellent technique than to risk injury by pushing too hard. Second, tune in to your body. Pain is a red flag, not a challenge. Functional exercises like getting up from a chair, walking, or carrying groceries provide real-world benefits that keep you self-sufficient. Don't forget balance and flexibility. Practices like Tai Chi, yoga, and basic stretching improve your range of motion and help prevent falls, one of the biggest concerns in later life. And never skip your warm-up and cool-down routines. They prep your body for movement and support recovery afterward. Finally, get support when you need it. A trusted doctor, physical therapist, or certified trainer can guide you in creating a safe, tailored plan. Working with a fitness trainer who specializes in older adults can make a world of difference. They understand the unique needs of the aging body and can help craft a safe, effective workout plan tailored specifically to your current health, physical limitations, and long-term goals. When you make informed, intentional choices about your exercise routine, you're not just avoiding injury, you're setting yourself up to fully enjoy the anti-aging benefits that movement brings. With the right approach, you can boost your strength, maintain flexibility, and improve mobility well into your 60s, 70s, and beyond. We've now walked through 7 exercises that, although commonly recommended, might not be the smartest options after age 60. But more importantly, this wasn't just about warnings, it was about solutions. Alongside each risky move, we shared safer, smarter alternatives designed to protect your joints, reduce strain on your back, and help you build the kind of real-world strength that supports your independence. Our message isn't to slow you down, it's to help you move forward with greater purpose and confidence. With small but strategic adjustments, you can continue to enjoy the physical and mental benefits of exercise without putting your well-being at risk. Imagine the freedom of staying active and independent for decades to come, walking with ease, playing with grandkids, or traveling without limitations. Isn't that what we all want? Now, as we wrap up, ask yourself this: which tip or alternative exercise from today's video struck a chord with you? Was it the shift away from crunches, the smarter approach to lunges, or maybe the importance of balance and posture? Take a moment to reflect and share your thoughts in the comments. We'd truly love to hear what you'll be applying in your own life starting today. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and consider subscribing to our channel. You'll get expert guidance, practical wellness strategies, and empowering content to help you live your healthiest, happiest life, no matter your age. Wishing you strength, happiness, peace, and a long, vibrant life. And don't forget to subscribe to Healthy Aging Blueprint for more inspiring and informative videos just like this one.